Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Lucas, and today we're going to be building a custom Shopify page without any code at all using a tool called Instant Commerce. And Instant Commerce basically is a Shopify store builder. It lets designers build, high converting designs with Shopify. As we all know, Shopify is the number one e-commerce tool out there, number one e-commerce platform, but it's very limiting when it comes to design. You have to, buy a template or work with the free templates, and you have to know a little bit of code to add custom sections. And Instant basically builds you the bridge for this, right? It uses a very similar interface as Figma or Framer, and it lets you design your store using where you can design pages or even sections to repeat in different pages, right? Now here we are in the Instant interface. Basically, we have something that is very familiar if you're coming from a background in Figma or Framer or even Webflow. And basically here on the left-hand side, you can insert different things. You can insert templates, right? You can insert pre-made templates that come for free using Instant. By the way, I'm using the free version of this, which includes the ability to create one entire page for free and one section, right? And even add that to your Shopify store. So we have different templates that we can add, and we have different elements. So this is more pre-built, and over here you can actually build by yourself. You can build a grid, column, row, and there's even text, images, buttons, videos, and even more e-commerce sections like ratings, product cards, galleries, etc. And interactive components like tickers, countdowns, slideshows, carousels, and more, right? And if I for example, just inserted this particular section, this was a template, and you can see how it's built here also on the layers panel, right underneath this insert button. You can see the different structure. It's very similar to something like Framer where you have stacks, and it's kind of like the same icons. So it's a very easy transition when it comes to coming from Framer, for example. You can even edit some of these texts just here in the visual editor. So instead of boost your workout, we can say boost your run, for example. Very easy to edit. We can even go ahead further and edit some of the images. We can remove the border. So it's very, very visual, very amazing. And underneath we have the different sections. So for example, like I said earlier, I'm using a free account. So I'm limited to one page and one section. So I have, for example, my page here, and I have this hero section that I built as an example. And I can actually publish this and bring it to my Shopify project. Apart from this, we can also edit our brand assets. So the color styles, the different text styles, we can go ahead, very similar to a tool like Framer, for example. Click on this and kind of select the different font if you're interested in that for the different body font, different fonts for the header as well. We can change the color styles. For example, here I have different colors for these different sections. So if we were to go back to our layouts and to our hero, we can go over here and change the star color to this Dutch orange that I had as a preset over here, right? So this is one of the examples that you could do when it comes to editing. You can just right here have these presets, just like in a tool like Framer, easily edited, right? Now there are different use cases, different real life e-commerce websites out there, brands that use Instant for their Shopify stores. So one example is Built for Athletes. You can scroll down and see kind of this interactive ticker element, right? You can see that they have this little carousel over here. You can see this over here with this nice parallax scroll, right? That's one of them. You can also see Space Goods as another example using Instant for their website builder. I believe this particular section was also built with Instant. also these testimonials built with instant user-generated content that helps a lot when it comes to better conversions for your brand. You can see the ticker in action right over here. And you can, and basically they created all of their ingredients, make it more visible, totally possible with instant this as well. And yeah, this is one of the brands. And we also have Mushi, another brand that I was looking at, that basically has these nice little navigation over here where you can kind of navigate to subcategories and choose one of the products. So yeah, these are 3 examples that are using instant that I found nice to show you guys. Now, in order to start using instant, you can click here, start for free, sign up. And then when you have your store in Shopify, basically what you want to do is you want to go to apps and search for instant and basically install this app into your Shopify store. And once you install that, you can basically click here and it takes you to your instant builder, right? And the instant builder looks like this, just like I showed you before, but you can also go to your dashboard. And with the free plan, you can have one project that's connected to one shop. This is my test shop, for example. And you're allowed one page and one section. So let's go ahead and build a page and publish it and see how it looks like in my Shopify theme editor. I'm going to go ahead and go to layouts and I'm going to clear everything. So I'm going to remove this. As you can see here, that means that it's already published to my Shopify theme editor, but I'm going to just remove this and I'm going to remove this page just to start off from scratch, right? And I want to go here to the plus sign and we can either start off with a template or from scratch. Let's first start off with the template and see how that would look like. So we have 34 templates in total and there are different categories based on the industry and the different collections that we have here. We also have like a wireframe kit, as I can see, which is also pretty interesting. But let's start off and see what we can start with. So let's just go to the all and see what we can use. I like this one a lot. It looks nice. It's very simple. We have this Black Friday sale one. So these are all the different free templates that we can use. So I want to also make something that's not like a home page. I want to make it more of like a, I don't know, like a special category page. So this one looks pretty cool and we can edit it a little bit. Maybe we can choose that one. This one is also nice. It's like the AG1 landing page, which is a beautiful website, by the way. So yeah, these are all of them. Now we reach the bottom. So let's just pick one. I'm going to pick this one over here, the Dr. Squatch landing page. So we can click on add page. And once the page gets added, we can basically see here, there's a container with row 1 and row 2. And this image is a image. We can upload into our assets another image if we want to. We can go over here and see that this is like a product slider. We can go down here and see the other images that we have over here. So we have bestsellers. We have this row that has a certain type of interaction to go to a link. We have a banner. We have the USPs over here. We have the reviews. But you know what we can also do? We can go ahead and add more sections so we can combine different things, right? Let's say that one of these sections has something like this review, right? Let's just put it over here. And what we can do is we can get this, copy it, and go over here and paste it, right? That's one thing that we can technically do. Let's get this roll and remove this minimum height. And we've just integrated this to our new template, right? We can also go ahead and delete this whole page because I just wanted to see how it would look like. So we can go ahead and delete all these sections, or let's just press Command Z, or we can just go ahead and delete this entire page. So that was one way of creating a page, right? You can choose a template library, or we can start off from scratch. And then when we start off from scratch, we can go ahead and combine these different things, right? So we can choose a hero section that we like. We can choose a product section that we like. So we can go ahead and click on see more and see the different hero sections that we have here. Scroll down and look at all of the different combinations that we can use. We can use something like this, for example, in the beginning. We can again see view more. We can look at product once. Click on something like this. And we can edit these product cards and link them to our different products that we have in our Shopify store. So if we go back to Shopify, I have 3 different products that I generated with AI. So I have an acoustic guitar, and I have these 2 electric guitars, and we can link them with these. So for example, if we were to click on this row, so basically if I were to go like this, I can link this slide, I can link this slide to Shopify content, products, and then I can do acoustic guitar, for example. The image would be, if I were to go back here, the image would be linked to this acoustic guitar. And then this, for example, can be linked to something else. So it can be linked to the, let's say, price. Or if we don't want that, we can link it to something else. There's different options that we can set as default. But let's just keep this one as new for now. For these things, we can also set the text linking to something in relation to this. So we can put this as a title, and we can put this as the description, and we can put this number as the price, right? So that's how the dynamic, those are some of the dynamic features that Instant has, that it recognizes your Shopify store as you connect it to Shopify, and you can connect the design to the actual information that you have stored in your products in Shopify. Now we can also build from scratch. So let's say that we want to keep these 2 sections, but then afterwards we want to have like some type of call to action, right? What we can do is we can click on the plus, and we can probably add like some nice little ticker over here. We can add a row, something like this. And in this row, we can add some text, like a header. We can add a paragraph. We can add a primary button that would serve as a type of call to action, right? And we can then style everything to be centered. Style the row to also be centered. Give this kind of a maximum width so that it's not so wide, something like this. And we can also give this particular row a less of a gap between everything, maybe something like this. And we can even edit the ticker, so we can remove this heart icon and put something cooler like an alien, right? We can click on this ticker, and we can even edit the inside of the gapping between the different elements. We can make this font size smaller, like 16 pixels. And yeah, and then we can press play. We can preview it and see how it would look like. So it would look like something like this. Obviously, not the best in the world, but we gotta, just design and see how it would look like. Okay, so this is basically the gap. From inside, we would have to go something like this. We can even adjust the speed to make it slower. So if we go like this, it would be even slower. So we can go preview and see it's going a little bit slower. So it's very customizable. I really like this. We can even add more interactive stuff by going here. Maybe we can add like a countdown over here somewhere. We can choose the countdown. We can add some padding, I would say, to this particular section. So let's see how that would work like. I guess it's like this, yeah. So yeah, we can add some padding on both sides. If we don't want it on both sides, let's just delete this and put it to the top. So we can put like 120, something like this. And we can even add this, put this button down here so it's all in the same area. Let's give this row a 120 at the bottom. And let's give this a nice color. So if I were to select this row, we can add a fill to this row, give it an image fill if we want to, or we can just choose a nice color. So we can use our Dutch orange. And for these, we can choose a specific text style. So we can use a header, and we can use the body font here, right? And yeah, and basically, I mean, it's looking not so nice, but as you can see, I'm just showing you the different possibilities that we have, right? We can use a different color for this. We can remove the style and add a specific color. We can we can move this down here. Whoops, not like that, sorry. We can move the countdown to go under the description and over the button, or under the button, however we like. So there's a bunch of customizable things here with instant. Let's actually remove this orange. Let's make it like something like this, maybe. And we can try and go ahead and try some more stuff, right? Let's say if we want to build not a row, but like a column. So what we can do is we can do something like we put one main column, and then we put, or actually let me put a row so it can go underneath. Then we have a column inside of this row, and then we can put, for example, heading. We can put paragraph inside of this, and then we can put an image on the right side. We can put something like add to cart down here, and we can put a quantity select underneath. Maybe that would be cool. We can add another row over here and put these to this button. And so this is the row over here. Yeah, let's just put this add to cart button inside of this row, and the quantity select as well. Add to cart button has to be inside the row, and the quantity select should also be inside the row. So it's very easily, you can easily edit it just like in the layers panel, like just like in Framer. So if you're coming from this Framer background, this is really easy to learn. Obviously you have to get used to it a little bit, but it's very easy to learn. You want this main one to have a nice padding. So it's called inside spacing. So we have to just get used to the names a little bit, but we can do something like this. We can, so this row is going to have a fill. Let's give it a nice fill of this color. Let's give this column already has another row. Let's remove these colors here from these two rows, two fills. And then we can give this row a nice inside padding like this and choose a nice image for this particular occasion. So I can just choose one, upload an asset. Let me see if I have something that we can use. We can probably use one of these. These are some of the AI images that I generated a couple of days ago for another tutorial. So we can just use one of these. And boom, it's there. And we can even edit this a little bit to add some radius. Nice radius around it. And this image has to kind of fill the width, perfect. And the height fill as well. Nice, we're looking at something really good here. We can increase the radius here. I guess we have to do that with the image. So radius 40, too much, 10. We can give the image a nice shadow. So outside, let's reduce it to about 20% and give it more of a blur. So it's so easily customizable. We can get this column and center it to be in the middle. If I'm doing it correctly, should go in the middle, maybe here. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, it's just a matter of adding different rows. So we have this text and we have this one. We want to decrease the space here. So let's just add another row here. Put it smack in the middle. Let's go back to our layers and make sure that these two go in here. And we can right click and rename this to heading, right? So this can be heading, and then we just get this and minimize the gap to, let's say, 12 pixels. And then as you can see, it's minimized. We can remove this min height and have something nice looking like this. And then we can press preview and kind of see how it would look like. And we also have the different viewports. So we can also see how the responsiveness would look like. For example, with this, we would want the row to be, so we would want this to be vertical. And we would probably want this height to be less, right? So we can remove this. And kind of see how we do this. 0, okay. And then we can go back, and as you can see, basically it's just very similar to Framer in terms of responsive design, right? We can do something like this, right? So we have our different things. Now what we can do is I want to try to basically bring this to my Shopify page. So what we do with this is we click on publish, and it's going to take a few seconds to publish. And once it publishes, we get this nice little notification. We can click on view page, and we have it here published in our Shopify, preview page. But what we can do is we can actually go to our Shopify store, click here on online store, customize our theme, and over here we will find our page. If we go here, we can see this, our page is live here, and we can actually even edit the different sections. So if I were to click on this, you can edit some of the different sections that are in this particular section, right? So let me go here, and And you can also add different sections to this. It's working really fine. So yeah, this is basically me building a page and bringing an entire page to your Shopify store. But what if you want to just import a specific section? Let's say that you want to make a custom, like a product carousel like this, right? Let's say that we want to bring this product carousel and create it as a section and bring it into our homepage, for example. We can do that as well. So when we're back in Instant, what we can do is we go back to our layouts here and we click on the plus for the sections, and we can just, for example, in this case, add a specific template. We can go to our products and let's say we can choose another one that we like, maybe showcasing just one product. We can use this one, for example, add section. And then we have this specific section. And what we can do is for this, we have a Shopify content. It had a placeholder. We want to remove that. And we want to choose our red guitar, right? So we have our red guitar and we have the price already connected from our red guitar. And we want to connect this, for example, to our red guitar. So we just go title and we can go here, for example, to description. And then we can, if you have like 3 different USPs that you want to choose, you can do that as well. What we want to do now is we want to just click on publish over here. So publish, and again, it just takes a few seconds. We go back here to customize theme. It opens our theme editor. And now I'm using the basic Dawn theme for my Shopify store. And what we can do is add a section, and it's going to be all the way at the bottom, and click on the plus, and boom, it's right there. We click on save, and it's already linked to our Shopify preview page. And yeah, and this is all basically with the free account of Instant. Now with the free account of Instant, like I said before, you can publish one page, publish one section, publish one blog post. You have unlimited previews. You have access to all the templates. You can even bring in your Figma design. So if you have a Figma design, there's a Figma plugin that you can copy paste the Figma design into your Instant interface and edit the design there, which is really cool. It deserves its own video of its own. It's coming soon. You have community access, so you have a Instant community. You can ask questions, and you have the support via email, of course. And then for the different prices, we have the starter price, which basically is everything from the free, but you can also create unlimited pages and blogs, and you can publish a page as a homepage. So this, for me, in my opinion, is a game changer. And you can publish 5 sections, which is okay. You don't need to publish 20 sections to start off with. For example, if you're building for a client, you can just create 5 sections that you think would be repeated in different areas, like a product carousel or something like that, right? So I think that this would be a great starter. It's also a really great price, because usually if you want to create a really top-notch Shopify project, you would have to spend around $300-400 for a really good template. And even with that, you can't really be flexible with the design because you need to know code, right? And this is completely, you can put a flying unicorn in the top, in the middle of the page. It's completely flexible for design, which means that it's going to really help you in terms of giving your clients the better option for a better conversion rate, right? You can look at different competitors, what they're doing right, what's really converting, and actually build that in a branded solution for your clients. Instant is the best solution for this. So it's really good with pricing. Go ahead and start off with the free version to see how to get used to it. Maybe you can, just like me, build a test store with some AI products and see how you get used to it. And then you can already build a portfolio of different projects using Instant, and kind of pitch that to a client and use the starter for one of them, right? So yeah, that's basically it with the Instant pricing. All right, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tutorial of getting started with Instant. Designing custom websites in Shopify is something that is quite rare because a lot of people depend on different templates, but you can totally build your own designs with Instant and Shopify. It's very easy to use, as you saw in this quick tutorial. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help, and wish you guys a wonderful day today. Thanks. Bye-bye.